Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video, which will be about some conversational situations that are usually used in daily life. So this will help you develop your communicative skills. So let's take a look at some of them. So the first is meeting an old friend. So imagine it's been a long time that you haven't met your friends, especially now with the lockdown. And also imagine that you've met your friend in the street. What are you gonna say? Especially that it's been a long time since you've seen him or her. So these are some examples. You can say, "Hi, long time no see. How are you? How things with you? I'm so happy to see you again. What have you been up to recently? How's the family?" You can say, "How are you? I've missed you so much. It's been a long time. It's been a while, or it's been a long while. No see, how's everything? How are things going?" So you can say many things. So of course here you use the greeting expressions like hi, hello, good morning. You can say. You can express how happy you are to see your friend. Say, "I'm so glad to see you. I'm so pleased. It's what a nice surprise." So you show that you're happy to see your friend. And you can ask your friend about health, about his life. How is it going? You can ask them what have they been doing recently. You can ask about their families, and so on. So this is an activity that you may do. So imagine you meet an old school friend in the street. First you're gonna greet him or her, and then you ask him or her how he or she is. So this is your turn. You can use these expressions, or you can go back to hear the other expressions that I've just mentioned. Here's another situation which is commonly used if you're in a restaurant or in a cafe. Of course, you're gonna order food. What would you like to eat or drink? This is if you're with your friend, sitting there looking at the menu, not knowing what to order. So you guys can discuss. How about having a, say, salad, for example, or how about having a pizza? I think I could do with a little, with a, we can say a drink now, or with a salad. So this is how you're gonna discuss with your friend, and of course you need to call for the waiter or the waitress so that they can serve you the food that you've finally chosen. So imagine you're in an Italian restaurant with a friend. So you're gonna ask your friend what he or she is going to order. So you guys can discuss, and what comes after is that you will call the waiter or the waitress, and you're gonna tell them which food or drinks you've ordered. Alright, so this is another situation. This is another situation in which people are lost. So when they're lost, they're gonna ask for directions. Not only if you're lost, it also happens when you're in a new city that you've never been to before. So maybe you stop people and you need to ask them for directions. So you can say, "Can you tell me which way to go to the, you can say the cafe, or to the mosque, or to the cafeteria, or to the school?" You can also say, "Could you tell me which way to go?" So can and could, the difference is that could is more formal. Can you tell me where the library is? Or say, could you tell me where the library is? Am I in the right direction to the city center, for example? So here you're just making sure whether you're in the right direction or not. So now, your turn. You're in a hospital and looking for the X-ray department. You're gonna stop a nurse in the corridor and ask for directions. Of course, you could say, excuse me, could you tell me where the X-ray department is? And of course, the nurse is going to direct you to the place that you're asking for. Here is another situation in which we need to make suggestions. This is for making suggestions. This situation happens when you and somebody else are kind of like confused or lost in ideas and you don't know what to do, so you ask the other person about a suggestion. You ask them to give you their ideas. But here we're gonna have to make suggestions. So here you're the person who's going to make suggestions, to propose ideas. So you can say, how about going to the restaurant? Or what about going to the restaurant? Do you feel like going to a restaurant? Or to the cinema? So this changes according to which suggestion you're providing. Do you think it's a good idea to go out or to travel this week? Why don't we go to a restaurant? So all of these expressions, they mean the same thing. So if you only know if you manage to remember one expression, it would be really good. So now your turn again. So you meet a friend after an English class, suggests you go for a meal. So you can say, how about going to a restaurant? Or how about having lunch at you pick a name for a restaurant at McDonald's, for example. Here is another situation. This is commonly used. It is asking for help. You can ask help in many ways and in different topics. You can say, excuse me, could you please help me? Excuse me, I wonder if you could help me. Excuse me, I need some help because, excuse me, I'm in a bit of trouble and I need some help. Sorry, here there is a missing E. So asking for help could be if you are overwhelmed, and let's say if you have tons of homework to do and you don't have time for it, so you're gonna ask help from someone who's close to you. And also you can ask help if you're having a trouble, like in this situation. You are traveling in England and you realize that you have lost your passport. Ask a police officer for help. So imagine you're in this situation, which is really difficult, to lose your passport. So you could say, excuse me, could you please help me because I've lost my passport, or because I cannot find my passport. So such things. Anyways, so this is it for today's video. I hope you guys like it and see you in the next videos. If you guys need help in anything, you can just leave a comment and I can base my videos on that. Thank you.